Welcome to the Dash Mindset Podcast. I'm Sherry Zievenbergen. You were born, you're gonna die, and your adventure is your dash in between. So make the most of it. Unlock your potential in all aspects of your dash by embracing your uniqueness and living in a way that's authentic to you, not by doing more things, but by focusing on the right things. I'm a former corporate leader turned coach who's on my own journey, and I'm passionate about helping you on your journey too. So on the podcast, we'll explore how to live authentically by deciphering who you truly are and what you truly want. Are you ready to take a step toward designing your dash? Someday doesn't actually exist, so let's do it now. Hey friends, you know when you're having a sucky day and someone tells you, you just need to be grateful for what you have, and you kind of want to punch them? Or maybe not necessarily punch them, but you want to say, really? Something along those lines. If today's one of those days, I'm that annoying person for you, because today is all about things to be thankful for. Not just on the sucky days, but just whenever you need a reminder. Because we have a tendency to focus on what we don't have, on what we think we need to fix, on the way we think things should be, rather than being appreciative of what is. We're really good at moving on to the next thing without stopping long enough to actually notice what's already working. What have we already done? What have we already worked through and learned from? And in some cases, what have we finally just said no to? So I would love for you to remember that you actually have more control over the suckiness than you think. So I'm going to read my list of 80 things to be grateful for anytime. It's all about being grateful, but you don't need a notebook. You don't need to pause this to reflect and write anything down. I didn't write this at 5 a.m. with sage burning, and I definitely have not reached a sense of blissful inner peace. So whatever you're doing, driving, folding laundry, maybe living in Texas and cussing and shoveling snow right now, whatever, just listen. Okay, so here we go. 80 things to be grateful for anytime. Waking up to a brand new day. A person who believes in you, even on days you don't. The $5 you found in your coat from last March. The conversation you handled better than you would have a year ago. A boundary you kept, even though it felt super awkward. Deodorant. Toothpaste. Differing opinions. The freedom to ignore opinions that don't really matter to you. The ability to quietly unfollow. The power to turn the news off and choose what you allow into your mind. Being an adult and not having to explain your thought process to everyone you know or don't. The mistakes you learned from, even if they really sucked at first. Moments of silence. Electricity. Wi-Fi. The days you don't have Wi-Fi. Your memories with someone you miss. The people who see the best in you, even when you can't see it yourself. The ability to change your mind. Something or someone you walked away from because it no longer fit. Surviving middle school and potentially being a better person for it. And if you're lucky, not having your middle school years captured on social media. Memories that still make you smile. The tiny moments you didn't realize mattered, but did. Automatic bill pay. A new perspective you didn't have last year. The fact that every circumstance is neutral, and you get to decide what it means. Not having to get photos developed to see if they turned out. The courage to say no to something draining. The courage it took to start something new. The times you kept going, even when you weren't sure how. Not having to wait by the radio with your finger on record. A text you received at exactly the right time. Getting through the stuff you didn't think you could. your intuition, and the moments you actually trusted it. A time you asked for help and the person you asked was genuinely glad you did. The person you're becoming. The strength you've gained from everything you've lived so far. Your curiosity. A story that inspired you. Cheese. Not being lactose intolerant. And if you are, I'm sorry. Peanut butter cups. And not being allergic to peanuts. And again, if you are, I'm sorry. The parts of your life that are working. Old friends. New friends. The reminder that most people are genuinely well-intentioned. Grocery carts that don't squeak or pull too hard to the left. Restaurants. Not having to rewind VHS tapes. Things your body can do, even when you're running on empty. All the progress you've made, even the stuff you forgot to celebrate. Getting through the thing you thought you'd never get through. Never having to play dodgeball again unless you really want to. Having something or someone in your life you once dreamed about 5, 10, 20, 30 years ago. Not having to go to an actual library and look for actual books to research something. Hitting 0 red lights on the way to wherever you were going. Online returns. Everything about you that makes you who you are. Parallel parking just right on the first try. The fact that no can actually be a complete sentence. The undo button. Laughing so hard you cried and maybe even peed a little. The people who root for you and the acceptance that not everyone will. Being old enough to make your own decisions. The power to decide what actually deserves your attention. Everyone having a unique perspective. The conversations that changed how you see something. The ability to shift your mindset. Your ability to pause, breathe, and choose your next step instead of reacting on autopilot. Your ability to control the things you can, yourself, and the freedom to stop trying to control the things you can't. The peace that comes from letting go of the things that were never yours to carry. Your ability to make a positive impact in someone's life and in the world. The reminder that you can always begin again, anytime, any day. The fact that you've survived 100% of your hardest days so far. That life still surprises you in good ways, even when you're not expecting it. And number 80, the fact that you're still here, learning, growing, and figuring it out, just like everyone else. And if you're a parent of teenagers, I just want to add, be grateful for the fact that I didn't make this a list of 67 things to be grateful for. Okay, folks, that's the list. If you listened to the entire thing and none of that resonated, I'm sorry. If 79 of those things resonated, great. Focus on the one that did. Progress doesn't always look like a big impressive thing. Okay, sometimes it's just responding differently than you used to, or getting through something you didn't think you could. It's not about having giant breakthroughs to make progress and to make your day less sucky. It's just about taking small, meaningful steps. So if your brain tends to forget how far you've come and you tend to focus on how far you've yet to go, it means you're human, but it doesn't mean you haven't made progress. It doesn't mean you have nothing to be grateful for. It just means you're human. So if you'd like to revisit the list, you can download it. I'm going to put the link in the show notes below. Print it, save it, or just know it's there for the days you need a reminder. Okay? So thank you for being here. Have an unsucky day. And remember, you get one dash. Make it matter. I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for listening to the Dash Mindset Podcast. If you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe on your favorite podcast player, tell your friends, and leave us a review. Follow me on my social media platforms highlighted in the show notes and get in touch with me at the-mindset.com. Share the topics you'd like me to explore in future episodes. Thanks again for listening to the Dash Mindset Podcast. We'll see you next time. Design and differentiate your Dash your way and make today amazing.